Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is our special privilege to have amidst us today Dr. V. Geeta Lakshmi, the Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, our distinguished Chief Guest, Commodore Atul Kumar Rastogi, Deputy Director General, NCC Directorate of Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Andaman Nicobar, Colonel B.V.S. Shiva Rao, Group Commander of Coimbatore Group, Colonel J.M. Joshi, Commanding Officer of 5TN Girls Battalion of the National Cadet Corps, Coimbatore, Dr. R. Tamirvendan, the Registrar, and Dr. N. Maragadam, the Dean, Center for Students' Welfare of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, and other dignitaries. We are also glad to have our eminent cadets who are the national investment for the future. And we also are glad to have the audience present here. We welcome you all to this auspicious occasion. Now, we request the gathering to upstand for Tamil Thai Varthu.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெளிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ் பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அது சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
The National Cadet Corps, formed in July 16, 1948, is the largest uniform youth organization with its headquarters at New Delhi, India. Since the inception of NCC in TNAU in the year 1958, it has been associated with various activities and several breakthroughs towards nation building. Now, let us take a glimpse into the featurette produced by the cadets, which unveils the milestones of 4 and 5TN Battalion of our university over the years.
ऐसा कोई नहीं है अस्सी नहीं 100 दिन दुनिया घुमा है नहीं कहीं तेरे जैसा कोई नहीं मैं गाया जहां भी बस तेरी याद थी जो मेरे साथ थी मुझको तड़पाती रुलाती सबसे प्यारी तेरी सूरत प्यार है बस तेरा प्यार ही तुझे सलाम अम्मा तुझे सलाम
cadets for your wonderful display. We now request the dignitaries to take their seats on the dais. Now, we would like to invite Dr. R. Tamirvendan, the Registrar, to deliver the welcome address.
It's my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome Commodore Sri Atul Kumar Rastogi, Deputy Director General, Colonel Sri BVS Sivarao, Group Commander, Colonel Sri J.M. Joshi, Commanding Officer, Dr. V. Geeta Lakshmi, Vice Chancellor, and Dr. N. Marahadam, Dean Students Welfare, and other NCC officials, faculties, and students of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. Our cadets involved in various social service and community development activities like air pollution awareness campaign, drug abuse awareness campaign, blood donation campaign, food safety conference. And our cadets also undergo rigorous training like weapon training, obstacle training, firefighting, and natural disaster training. The activities mold our cadets both physically and mentally. To our Vice Chancellor, today marks a pivotal milestone in her professional journey. Her hard work and unwavering commitment to excellence have brought you to this moment. The Pipping ceremony is not only a tradition, but also a symbol of trust and responsibility bestowed upon you as you step into your new roles and challenges. It signifies your readiness to lead, to serve, and to uphold the highest standards of our profession. It's a testament to your growth, your accomplishments, and bright future ahead of you. Your journey has shaped you into capable and compassionate professionals ready to make significant impact in your field. Once again, I welcome you all. Let us proceed with the ceremony and honor the outstanding accomplishments of our Dr. V. Geeta Lakshmi, Vice Chancellor. May this day inspire you to continue striving for excellence and making meaningful contributions to your community and beyond. Congratulations to you, Madam. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Today, we gather here for a momentous occasion to celebrate the remarkable efforts of our esteemed Vice Chancellor to the National Cadet Corps. So we now have Lance Corporal Rishabh to give a brief introduction of our respected Vice Chancellor.
Dr. V. Geeta Lakshmi, Vice Chancellor, TNAU, is a world-renowned international climatologist, a meteorological specialist to be adored in the global arena. The 14th and the first woman Vice Chancellor of this prestigious university, and among 65 agricultural universities. She had outfought 35 years of dedicated and committed service. She has held numerous key positions like Professor and Head of the Agroclimate Research Center, the Director of Crop Management Studies. She is a proactive leader and a woman of tenacity. Her profound contributions have greatly enriched our institution and propelled the field of agricultural sciences. She had mobilized 50+ crores of research funds and set a standard for the publications and innumerable research articles. She was awarded with 21 coveted awards like Best Woman Scientist Award, DST Award, Shakti Media Award, Harit Kranti Award, Pudhiya Telemurai Media Award, and many more. She was recently elected to the Indian Meteorological Society Fellow by the IMS Council. She played a key role to improve the rankings of the university. She has lent a very supportive role for the acquisition of fellowship to all PG students and sending the undergraduates for studying abroad. Her vision for a gender-inclusive ecosystem led to increased participation of women in the NCC and fostered a culture of equality and respect. A testament to her unwavering support is the recently organized Combined Annual Training Camp and the Republic Day Training Camp in our university. As we celebrate this Pipping ceremony, at this moment, let us reflect on the stupendous progress we have made. thanks to your leadership. We're honored to have you as our Vice Chancellor and are deeply grateful for the pragmatic and paradigm shift in all facets of development of this university.
We now request the Chief Guest, Commodore Atul Kumar Rastogi, Deputy Director General, to bestow the rank of Honorary Colonel and appointed as Colonel Commandant to the Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. The fame of TNAU reaches the skies as our Vice Chancellor is conferred with the Honorary Colonel. May I now request Honorary Colonel Dr. V. Geeta Lakshmi to deliver the acceptance speech.
Good morning to all of you. It's my honor to greet Commodore Sri Atul Kumar Rastogi, Deputy Director General, NCC Directorate of Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Andaman and Nicobar. Colonel Sri BVS Shivarao, Group Commander, and also Colonel Sri JM Joshi, Commanding Officer of 5 TN Girls Battalion of NCC. My greetings to all the NCC officials, university officers, faculty members, student friends, family members, press and media. TNAU is a century-old premier institute established as an agricultural school in Saidapet, Madras during 1868 and later relocated to this beautiful city of Coimbatore during 1906 as Agricultural College and Research Institute. Up to 1946, this campus was the only institute offering agriculture education to the whole of southern India. In 1958, we have been given the prestigious place of taking a postgraduate center, and we have been imparting master's and doctoral degree programs. TNAU has 18 constituent colleges and 28 affiliated colleges offering 14 undergraduate programs, 33 master's programs and 28 doctoral programs. At any particular point of time, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University has 30,000 students studying under its umbrella. This beautiful campus itself contains more than 7,500 students. Eminent scientists including father of Green Revolution, Dr. M.S. Swaminathan, renowned economists, Dr. V. Rajagopalan, Dr. C. Ramasamy, distinguished plant protection scientist and production scientist, Dr. S. Shankaran, Dr. A. Abdul Karim, Dr. S. Kannayan, and many more scientists are the testimony of TNAU for its excellence in education. TNAU has offered more than 150 civil servants, 120 IFS officers, and more than 268 forest range officers, and more than 500 administrative officers to the nation. TNAU has the pride of being the first state agricultural university to be accredited by ICAR, that is Indian Council of Agricultural Research, and bestowed with Best Institution and Best Performing University Awards. As per 2023 ranking, TNAU was placed at the second position among all SAUs in India by the NIRF. TNAU is the only state agricultural university listed in the QS World Ranking System. The NCC unit of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University plays a pivotal role in shaping the youth into responsible citizens and future leaders. It consists of 104 cadets under 4 and 5 Tamil Nadu Battalion in Coimbatore campus. Other than that, we have NCC unit in 6 other campuses with more than 200 cadets accommodating in it. NCC is offered as a course under Tamil Nadu Agricultural University curriculum, and TNAU's NCC is a blend of diverse talents woven with a shared vision. Our cadets have represented courage and commitment with a spirit of service fueled by values. Discipline, duty are the pillars of their character. Since the establishment of NCC in TNAU, our cadets have made remarkable achievements, participated in several campuses, and received numerous awards for their outstanding performance. TNAU has also conducted several camps, including combined annual training camp and also firing camps. NCC has been a spark of ignition and created remarkable leaders from Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. Some of the stalwarts are Dr. Sailendra Babu IPS, Dr. Jayant Murali IPS, Dr. Krishna Raj, Director General of Agri-Food Canada, Army officers, Air Wing commanders, and many more. Wearing the NCC uniform is a symbol of commitment, purpose, and pride towards serving the nation and contribute for the betterment of the society. I am very fortunate to be part of all these achievements of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. I, Dr. V. Geeta Lakshmi, the 14th Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, accept the honorary colonel and will continue to contribute for the growth of the nation. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. May I kindly request the chief guest to accept a memento as a token of appreciation. Now, we request the Vice Chancellor to accept the memento from Commodore Atul Kumar Rastogi, Deputy Director General. Now we request the Vice Chancellor to accept the memento from Commodore Atul Kumar Rastogi, Deputy Director General. Now, we have Lance Corporal Rishav to give an introduction of our chief guest.
An alumnus of Sainik School Tilaya and National Defence Academy, Commodore Atul Kumar Rastogi was commissioned into the Indian Navy on 1st January 1989. He underwent his naval training aboard a variety of ships, emerging as one of the best cadets and second in order of merit as a midshipman. In 1991, he was selected as the commissioning naval officer of the first indigenous 1241 RE Vibhuti, and thereafter was an instructor at the Naval Academy INS Mandovi, Goa. He was selected for the Long Andy course and graduated at the head of his course in 1995. He navigated INS Khanjar till December 1996 and thereafter was selected as the commissioning NO2 of Delhi. In January 1999, he was promoted to the rank of Lieutenant Commander and appointed as NO Delhi. In May 2000, he took charge as XO Nirghat and thereafter assumed command of Akshay. He underwent the 58th staff course at DSSC Wellington in 2002 to 2003 and was select listed for commander in May 2003. After a brief stint as JDNO at Naval Headquarters, he attended the Joint and Combined Staff Course at Joint Forces Staff College, Norfolk, Virginia at USA. Upon return, he carried out the duties of SO to DCNS till September 2005. He was thereafter posted at DSSC Wellington as DS till December 2007. Thereafter, he commanded Dunagiri, where he was instrumental in progressing trials of new induction equipment, Revati and Marich. Upon promotion to the rank of captain on 25th July 2009, he attended the 22nd NHCC. He was appointed as the Deputy President of Naval Selection Board at Coimbatore on 8th October 2013. He was constituted in the rank of Commodore on 25th July 2014 and assumed charge of Naval Selection Board at Vishakhapatnam on 17th March 2016. He thereafter served at DSSC Wellington as SI Navy till November 2021 and has taken over as Deputy Director General of NCC Directorate Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Andaman Nicobar on 8th December 2021. He is MSc Nautical Science, MSc and MPhil in Defense and Strategic Studies and has been commended by Flag Officer Commanding in Chief South on 15th August 2009. He is happily married to Miss Azalena. We are honored to have you with us, sir. May I now request the chief guest to address the gathering.
Check. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Honorable Vice Chancellor, TNAU, and Colonel Commandant, Dr. V. Geeta Lakshmi, respected Group Commander, respected Registrar, other dignitaries on the dais, commanding officers, associate NCC officers, members of faculty, PI staff, NCC cadets of Tamil Nadu, Puducherry and Andaman Nicobar Directorate, and of course students of TNAU. At the outset, I wish to offer my gratitude to Almighty for His blessing. I wish to thank our predecessors of TNAU to set up such a beautiful institution which has flourished over time, that it is in its present shape. I wish to thank the present management for taking so much of interest in NCC activities. I wish to compliment her for being conferred with this honorary Colonel Commandant position. It doesn't come easy. It is demonstrative of our contribution to not only NCC but to this TNAU. I wish to thank Group Commander Coimbatore Group for inviting me on my farewell visit, combining this Pipping ceremony and coordinating all aspects of my visit in a very, very professional manner. I had a lovely farewell evening last night, and I'm here interacting with cadets and students. I wish to thank commanding officers, ANOs and PI staff who are involved with my visit and who have done their best that everything works out well. What can I share from my life where I've spent, I'm going to turn 56 on 29th June and retire on 30th June. So what can I share from my life from 6.5 years in Sainik School, 4 years in NDA plus training, 33 years in the Navy, and 2.5 years in NCC. So when I was young, there were only 3 careers or 3 professions. either doctor or engineer or a Fauj, military. So I chose one. At 56, I have realized that there are only three things which are important: food, water, and air. Air is freely available, water is also freely available. The only thing which we have to do and produce is food. So it's a blessing of the universe that I have finally entered a agriculture university, because I have kept far away from farming, land and everything else. Well, my father had so much of property in Malihabad and mango orchards. I never had inclination nor any time to visit, because I was too busy in worldly affairs and navigating ships and traveling around the world. But at this moment, I have realized that, food is the most important part, and I compliment Honorable Vice Chancellor and all members of faculty who are imbibing passion in our students to look into work in agriculture sector and feed our future population. Where land is shrinking, population is increasing. So it is a unique, it's a singular honor for me to visit a university as prestigious, as important as TNAU. I have only read about agriculture little last evening, little this morning, and I have realized there's a huge world there. And I think you all know much more about agriculture than me. So I will share what I generally share with young people. And I have a theory for success, which is what Group Commander told me to share with cadets as well as students. So it may benefit some of you. My only two conditions are there whenever I speak. First condition is do not talk, because I get distracted. And I don't have a script, so I may forget what I have to speak. And it is possible that I may not hold your attention. And it is possible that you had a lovely evening last night and you have something beautiful coming up in the afternoon. So you can quietly go to sleep. Nobody will disturb you. And you will miss nothing at all. I can assure you, I have slept through a lot of lectures and I have still reached this far. So if you sleep, nobody will wake you up. We'll clap in the end and wake you up. Time for tea. So I have a theory for success. And one of the first advice which I give young people is, the only difference between you today and you tomorrow is books you read and people you meet. If you read good books, you will become better. If you read books on cooking, you will become an excellent cook in 30 years. If you read books on philosophy, you read book on agriculture, horticulture, philosophy, anything. Whichever books you read, you will grow. Because a lot of people have gone through this world before us and they have left behind a lot of teachings in the book. I have benefited greatly by reading books when I was posted in Coimbatore in 2013 to 15 and 17 to 19. But books you must read, and books may be web-based, podcasts and whatever else it has changed form. Because as exercise is to body, reading is to mind. And you cannot grow without reading books. So difference between you today and tomorrow is books you read and people you meet. If you meet good people, you will become better. And if you meet bitter people, then by the time you are 55, you will become bitter. So I have reached this far because I have met good people, good mentors, good wife, good friends, good family. So you must choose wisely wherever you have control. You can't choose your family members, but you can stay a little away from toxic family members. You can choose good friends. You can choose good company. Somebody is laughing. So I'm saying that, you must choose wisely with the people you interact with. And they will have a bearing on your personality, or they will have a bearing on your life which lies ahead. So you must choose wisely. Now in one of the book which I read in Coimbatore in 2015 was a book called The Road Less Traveled by an author called M. Scott Peck or somebody like that. And the first line of the book was, life is, anybody guess? The first line of the book was, life is dash. So anybody wants to make a guess? Audience is cadets only, cadets and students. Anybody? Life is, no, students, NCC cadets. Okay, the line of the book was, life is difficult. And it is pertaining to that book that I'm talking about. So that book says, life is difficult. So sometimes when we are seated as a cadet and as students, we think our life will be simple. When we move away from school and college, no VC, no principal, no registrar, no dean, no DDG, no CO. We'll be happy. But you'll be surprised because life continues to remain difficult. I have my own set of difficulties as a DDG. Ma'am has own set of difficulties as a VC. You have your own set of difficulties as a cadet. She has her own set of difficulties as a parent. But the beauty is, if you accept that life is difficult, then life becomes manageable. Do you agree? So the first rule of finding success in life is that if you have difficulty in life, don't worry, life is difficult for everyone. Don't go running to Papa, Papa, I have this problem. Papa has his own problems of bringing food on the table, buying your tops, buying your mobile phone, ensuring that you don't fall in bad company. Mama has her own problems. So the more you solve your problems or the more you overcome difficulties, you're placing yourself on the path to success. So books you read and life is difficult. If you follow this, you're placing yourself on the path to success. Now, how do you navigate this life which is difficult? Is my theory of ABCD. And this talk is available on YouTube in case some of you like and want to refer back. I have a YouTube link called @DDG Talks. So first, ABCD, the first A stands for, any guess? Any cadet? Nobody's had breakfast here today? Has anybody had breakfast? Who had breakfast here? First cadet. What did you eat for breakfast? Dosa. Who gave you that dosa? Mess. Okay, good. So what is your guess for A? Any? Good guess. Any? Good. Anybody? Yes? Awareness. Okay, good. Anybody else? Agriculture. Agriculture is a good guess. Awareness is a good guess. Anybody else? Aptitude. Aptitude is a good guess. Anybody else? Ambition. Okay, good. I think when I was young, I also was told that you must have an aim, you must have an ambition, you must have a good attitude. But after going through 55 years, reading a few books, my A which I advise people is awareness. When did I learn of this term? When I was navigating, when I was young in the ship, naval ship, if I was aware of what is happening in the ship and around, I found that my captain was happy. Well done, Rusty. What is happening in that ship? Sir, ship is going this side. Okay, good. Where is the captain? Where is the XO? How much of fuel do we have? How much of water do we have? So the more I was aware of the ship and what is happening around, I found that people were happy. And slowly I moved on the path to success. When I was navigating INS Delhi, battle space awareness came in alive, maritime domain awareness, underwater awareness, situational awareness. So this concept of awareness kept on increasing in dimension. And I realized that as a commanding officer Akshay, if I was aware of what is happening in Arabian Sea, what is happening in Akshay, where is likely Pakistani submarine, where is Indian ships, my chances of success improved in life. When I was DS in Staff College, we learnt of a Chinese scholar called Sun Tzu. And he's written a book called The Art of War. And he says if you know your enemy, you can win one battle. But if you know yourself, you can win 100 battles. That is where I understood the importance of self-awareness. So this awareness is an important component for finding success in life. How does awareness relate to a young student seated here, or a young cadet, or a young adult? Awareness of who you are, where are you from, and where do you want to go? Why have you chosen TNAU? Why have you chosen this degree? What job do you want to do? Do you want to work for money? Do you want to work for ethics? What is the definition of your success? What will make you feel happy at 40? What will make you feel happy at 50? Do you want to be a VC at 55? Or do you want to be a DDG at 55? Or do you want to be her at 55? So the more, what is happening? Why is your family poor? Why is your family rich? Why do you like him? Why do you like her? Why do you always sit on the left side? Why do you sit on the right side? Why do you like mechanical more? Why do you like electronics less? Why do you hate him? Why do you hate her? So these are the questions. The more you go through life with awareness, your chances of success improves in life. You will discover your strengths, you will discover your weaknesses. You will bat on your strengths, you will protect your weaknesses. What do you want from NCC? What do you want from this life itself? And how do you contribute to this universe? So these are the answers. The more you answer these questions, you are placing yourself on the path to success. Do you agree with this? Has anybody understood? So what is A for? Awareness. So you get your awareness right, then you move to something called B. And what is your guess for B? Those cadets who have spoken should not speak. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am. Okay, blue shirt, let me ask you. What is your guess for B? Any guess? You're a student. Braming. Bravery. Good, excellent, well done. Anybody else for B? Yes. Boldness, bravery. Yes, ma'am. Pink top. Yes. What is your guess for B? Boldness, good. Okay, the advice, the B which I feel is important on the path to success is balance. When did I learn of this term called balance? When I was young lieutenant, I used to go for sailing. And I found that two of us sailed in an enterprise and we capsized, the boat capsized because we lost balance in the boat. Then I shifted to something called windsurfing. First thing you have to do is get the balance on the board. Then I shifted to water skiing. Again, you have to get balance on the ski before you can ski. When you're commanding a ship, navigating a ship, getting the balance right is important. As you move through life, balancing is a very, very important component. And you find that as you grow up, your balancing increases in dimension of complexity. At my level, I have to balance a lot of things. As Honorable Vice Chancellor's level, she has to balance a lot of things. PM Modi has to balance international relations, MEA, ministry, defense, everything else. CM Stalin has to balance a lot of things. So what does balancing mean to a young adult? How do you balance your time? How do you balance your time, talent and treasure? You will not have all the talents. You will not have all the time. You will not have all the money. How do you get the balance right is an important component. If you get your balance right between subjects, between studies and NCC, between studies, NCC and Instagram, between studies, NCC, Instagram and walk, movies, friends, travel, books, household chores, the more balance you get right at a young stage, you are placing yourself on the path to success. Tomorrow you have to balance your life along with life in a company. Then you have to balance your life, company and wife. Or in your case, husbands. Then children come. Then you become head of a company. Then you become head of a department. Then you become registrar. Then you become senior dean. You become vice chancellor. So this balancing is an important component. And the earlier you get your balance right, the better it is. Like when we are in the Navy, ships don't sink because, they lose balance. Ships sink because water enters them. So sometimes we can lose balance by taking some negative thoughts. We are depressed. We take up drugs. We start smoking to balance our life. But sometimes we get addicted and lose our balance. So maintaining balance is an important component of placing yourself on the path to success. Has anybody understood B for? What is B for? Balance. So if you get your awareness right and you get your balance right, then you have to move to something called C. And what is C for? Confidence. Care. Caring. Okay, so caring is also a good idea. Anybody else? Choice. Okay, choice is good. Anybody else? First cadet. Compliment. Compromise. Whom are you compromising with? Life. You are compromising with life. Weekends. Weekend compromise. Okay, good. Anybody else for C for? Control. What do you need to control? Your boyfriend. Anger. Anybody else? C for? Consistency. That's a good answer. Anybody else? Prominent color, some students green. Sorry? Confidence. Confidence is good. Courage. Courage is good. Anybody else? Somebody in green top. Anybody? Girl student in green top. Anybody? I can see a lot of greens. Next time you should wear dull color so that nobody can figure out a color. Okay, the answer for C is courage. Essentially, once you get your awareness right, once you get your balance right, then what you need to do in life is what sir said is choices. And making a choice is a sign of courage. Courage to choose NCC, courage to give up on NCC, courage to choose a career in the armed forces, courage to not choose a career in the armed forces, courage to stand up to your father, courage to stand up to your teacher, courage to stand up for your friend, courage to protect your friend, courage to stand up for your sister, courage to stand up for yourself. You will only become successful if you learn the art of making choices. And most of us, I have met a lot of young students who have chosen a degree because their mother is going to be happy. Some have chosen the degree because their sister will be happy. Some have chosen NCC so that they can meet their girlfriend. Some have chosen NCC for wrong reason. So making a choice is a very, very important component for placing yourself on the path to success. And the earlier you get to make choices for yourself, your chances of success improves in life. So what is C for? Nobody is understanding. TNU is, they are feeding the world, but they are hungry here. C for? No answer from those students. C for? Okay. Some people, now top people are still sleeping now. So if you get your awareness right, balance right, courage right, then you have to move to something called D. And what is D for? Anybody? Last student, yellow shirt. Determination. Excellent. Determination is good answer. First, check shirt. His answer or your answer? His answer. Check shirt. Yes, sir. What is your answer? Discipline. Brilliant. Anybody else? Okay, first cadet here. Madam is smiling. Yes. What is your answer for D? Dedication. Okay, you're copying his answer. Good. Okay, what I advise young people is discipline. If you get your awareness right, get your balance right, get your choice right, then you have to have the discipline to follow choices. And discipline has got two components. One is persistent, determination itself. Sometimes we give up. We have joined NCC to go to RDC, but we give up in the first month because it is difficult. Either we have made a choice without awareness, without balance, and not made the correct choice. But once we make a choice, we have to follow through. If you choose NCC for C certificate, get a C certificate. Then you decide whether you want to pursue military or not. Setting realistic goals, having a structure in your life, following rules and regulations. You cannot reach the top by breaking rules, I can assure you. People have landed up in jail, people have landed up, so many military officers have gone beyond Navy, the brilliant people. I was in Tokyo. I had gone on a sailing in 95, 96. Most brilliant captain I was serving under. And we sailed from Visakhapatnam, Port Blair, Indonesia, Philippines, Tokyo. We met a storm. We survived. We came back to Shanghai, Ho Chi Minh, Port Blair and Visakhapatnam. By the time we came back, there was an investigation on board. I had no idea what the investigation is about. I had navigated safely and the boss had sent me on leave. The new boss came, all our accounts were getting audited. Apparently there was some financial irregularity. 1 year later, there was a court martial of the captain, who was the most brilliant captain. He had to leave the Navy. And there are numerous examples which you can see in the print media or electronic media. But I am talking about military officers who are supposed to be disciplined because I have worked with them. So discipline is an important component. If you follow discipline from your young stage, you are placing yourself on the path to success. Following a rule-based life, not driving without license, consuming in moderation, keeping away from bad habits, helping at home, setting some realistic goals, persistent, not giving up. These are going to place you on the path to success. And how do you get your ABCD right is through something called T. And what is T for? Anybody? Pink. Okay, somebody behind the shirt. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Talent. Good. Talent is good answer. Okay. Yes, sir. Anybody? Yes. Time management is also good answer. Time, talent. Okay. Anybody else? Top floor. Anybody from top floor? Are you part of this class or you are out of the class? Okay. Anybody from top? Yes, ma'am. Anybody from T? What is your word for T? Trust yourself. Okay, good. Trust is a good answer. Anybody else? Sirs are not allowed to participate. It's only for students. Yes. Come. Yes, ma'am. You are thinking. What is the answer? Tell me. Yes. Somebody. True. True is also a good answer. Anybody here? Anybody in green top? Girl student? Yellow top there. Anybody yellow top? Come. What is your guess for T? Think something. You will get something. Sorry? Target. Who is that? Okay, target is a good answer. Good. Okay, my advice on T is thinking. Very simple. Sir was telling it. So everybody was saying, you have to get your thinking right to get your ABCD right. How do you become aware of your strengths? By spending some time with yourself in the evening. How do you set realistic goals? By spending some time in the morning. What should I achieve today? What should I achieve in the week? What should I achieve in the month? What goal should I set for this semester? What goal should I set for NCC? Everywhere, if you think for yourself, your chances of success improves in life. How do you get the correct balance? Counting how much time you have, counting how much money you have, counting what talents you have, counting your strengths, counting your weakness. What book prize should you aspire for? What medal should you get from the Honorable VC? What medal should you try for getting from your commanding officers? All this requires thinking. But most of us outsource our thinking. Akka, what should I do? Anna, tell me, which college should I join? Don't trouble me, go and join TNAU. Now you are in TNAU because your Anna said. Why did Anna said? He had nothing, he was eating Anna, so he was eating food. He said, go and join TNAU. Sometimes your parents said, no, become a military officer. Why? I could not become, you must become. Now you are stuck because you are not choosing to think. You are not spending time to think. Now thinking is not as simple as it appears. Most of you are thinking, when will I stop talking? Some of you are thinking, what is there for tea today? So our mind is capable of generating a lot of ideas and a lot of thoughts. But to sift through them, to find the one on your focus. Today when I was talking to ma'am, she was talking about innovation is there in this university. A lot of people are innovating. Where does innovation start from? An idea. Ideas are free. But innovation is expensive. Because now you have to put money. What startup should you do? If you are not aware of what is happening in the world around, you will choose a startup. It is already in the second degree of startup, or it has already started up 2 years back. So making incorrect choices. Making correct choices needs thinking. To get an idea, you need creative thinking. To solve problems, you need critical thinking. Sometimes as DDG, I get complex problems. You will be getting the same complex problem as a student. How do you think? There is an aspect of critical thinking. It's called thinking. Keep thinking. If you read somebody called Edward Bono. Has anybody heard of Edward Bono? Anybody, any blue top, green top, red shirt, blue shirt, NCC cadet? Edward, thinking is something which happened to me when I was in Naval War College in 2011. Commandant was Admiral Hari Kumar, who became the CNS, who retired on 30th April. He exposed me to a term called critical thinking. Then I went to NSB Vishakhapatnam. There I read a book called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Then I had a psychologist. She gave me a book called Thinking Fast and Slow. Has anybody heard of the book? Daniel Kahneman. Then I chanced upon a book which Captain Bhute gave me, Art of Thinking Clearly by Robo Nadeli. This book has 80 chapters on how we incorrectly think. 80 chapters, not even one. How we make mistakes in thinking in our day-to-day life. If you think incorrectly, you will not find the correct balance. You will make an incorrect choice. You will waste on energy in a different direction. So you will not be placing yourself on the path to success. So the art of getting your life success, according to me, is accepting difficulties in life, reading as many books as possible of interest to you, meeting as many people whom you can through seminars, travels, getting your awareness, balance, courage and discipline through thinking yourself, and reading some books on thinking now and later. Edward Bono is somebody who's specialist on lateral thinking. When I came to DSSC as SI Navy, first time I read about lateral thinking. I did not know it before 51. And he has got thinking, 6 hats of thinking and lateral thinking. Lateral thinking is important for getting ideas, creativity. So these are some thoughts and tips for success. Today we have a success story of Honorable Vice Chancellor becoming Colonel Commandant. Despite her academic excellence and credentials, she has got this position. So some of you may think of becoming like her, but maybe you have to think for yourself whether you want to be like her or you want to be like somebody. So placing yourself on the path to success, if you follow these steps, it is possible that you will be successful and you will be happy and you will be peaceful. So thank you once again for this unique opportunity of visiting TNU, pipping her, addressing NCC students and also addressing other students. I will, if time permits, I can take on some questions. Okay. So if I have generated some interest, I can take on some questions. If I know the answer, then I'll answer it. Otherwise, I'll request Group Commander to answer. Okay. Anybody, any question? Generally, sleeping students wake up and show the teachers and they ask a question. Normally, in my past 30 years experience, any student who is sleeping will get up and ask a question either related to this talk or not related. So teachers will say, okay, good, smart student. So this is the time for students to wake up now. Any question on anything? Anything in life? Otherwise? Yes, sir. Sir, mic.
So I'm Krishnamurthy, I'm a journalist.
Sir.
Yeah, I would like to ask a question on behalf of the students. So what would you advocate for students, a salaried job or entrepreneurship?
What do I recommend to students, a salaried job or?
Entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
What is the answer? What is the answer to this question? Who will answer this question? Because in my talk I have given this answer. Let me see who was awake. Ma'am will give you a certificate of excellence if you answer this question. What is the answer to this question? This is what you have picked up from my talk. No certificate. Give me the certificates. Everybody is unique. You have to think for yourself. Do you want a steady job so that you can look after your mama, you can look after your papa and go for a game in the evening? Or you want to innovate and start up and be known for something? Everybody is unique. You have to think for yourself. I cannot think for you. I hardly know you. I have thought for myself. When I was 8.5, I used to sit in my father's jewelry shop. My only thought I remember, I don't want to sit in the shop. I have been standing all my life now, sitting in aircraft, sitting in official car, private car, traveling around the world. But I was convinced I am not going to sit in my father's shop. So whether you want business or you want startup, everybody reads startup stories. This is what you will read in that book which I quoted, Robo Nadeli. What you hear is success stories. You don't hear failure stories. 100 students joined Sanisul Talaya, 25 of us got into NDA. 2 were thrown out in 4th term. 1 or 2 have gone up. 1 has got 2-star rank. I have got 1-star rank. There are startups which are successful, which is a known story. But there are startups which are not successful also. That is where the need for balance comes, need for awareness comes. Awareness of your desire, awareness of what is happening in the world that you wish to innovate. Which is the idea that you are working on? So if you get an idea now, for innovation you need funds. You may take some loans. How much loan can you afford? So there are so many success stories, but nobody writes failure stories. History is full of victors of war. Nobody has gone to the defeated and asked them what happened. So the answer is you have to think. Okay? Thank you, sir. Good question. Short answer. One more question, sir. One more. Okay, good. Anybody from this side now? Okay, yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Ishani and I'm a master's student in the Department of Microbiology. So you said about not to outsource our thinking, right, sir, that we should be thinking for ourselves. But in today's day and age, sir, everything is influencing our thinking, especially as youth. We see, what do you say? Things that are false, that are being fed to us. And since we are at an impressionable age and we are still molding ourselves, so how will you recommend we channel our thinking, sir? Because there are so many ways that our thinking is being diverted.
Okay, one of the best answer I give is always find some time for reflection, visualization and imagination. How do you find this time? When I was in Delhi, you can sit, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
So when I was in Delhi, I had married a South Indian girl, Catholic girl. So now we got married in Visakhapatnam in 96. Then I moved to Bombay in 97. Finally, my mother passed away in 2003. And then my father was without mother. And he said, son, you have come to Delhi. I'm coming to meet you in Delhi. Now, Delhi had the busiest job possible. When I went for 1 day's leave to set up my house, boss said, no leave. You have to hit the ground running. So I used to start work at maybe 7 in the morning and reach home by 10 in the night. So in all this complication, I was getting pulled in various directions. My father was telling me, call me to Delhi, I am alone. My wife is telling me, why have you got me? I'm a South Indian, I want to go back. Boss is telling me, come to office at 7 and go back. Don't go back only. Keep working here. There is so much of work. So then there was a gentleman called Admiral Jamwal, who was one of the most good-looking officer I have ever met. 6 foot 4 inches, tall, fair, handsome, Adonis. So he said, Rusty, whenever you have a crisis like this, or I think you're going through a crisis, so lock yourself in a room and spend some time with yourself. Initially, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, you have a lot of thoughts will cross your mind. But after 30, 35 minutes, you will get some clarity. So, and then I found clarity. I said, look, I have to look after my wife who has come all the way. I have to tell my father, Papa, please wait. Let me settle down. Although I never settled down. So he only came briefly and went back. So what I'm trying to say that in this world which is full of information, media, digitization, information in hand, we have to sometimes disconnect, switch off. One of the best ideas I have always got is walk in the park, walk in the nature, walk in the mountains, spend some time on the beach, hear the waves. First your mind will be peace. Then you will have clarity. Yesterday Shiva sir was telling me I have clarity in my thinking. Even one of them also told me. So if you keep remaining connected, keep seeing all the posts, keep giving heart and like and emoji and emoji, you will never find time for yourself. So you have to switch off sometimes to connect with yourself. If you read a famous author called Ralph Waldo Emerson, he's saying success is a product of, success comes from inside. So when so many people are influencing you, sometimes you have to switch off. Like I remember this is Coimbatore. So Coimbatore, I was in a crisis in 2018-19. My wife was in Mangalore. I had a lot of issues going around and I was in a position called Deputy President of Selection Board. A lot of crises are happening. Selection board is a very delicate job, recruiting people. Now, if anything comes to haunt you, your career is over. Your pension may come in tension. So now in this all this confusion, I said, let me go for 2 days vacation. So I went to Anaikatti driving down. Then I didn't like Anaikatti. I came back to Coimbatore and I went to Taj. I checked in there for 2 days. Then I tried and solved my problem. I consulted some people. I took their guidance. Then I said, okay, this is the way I will. So sometimes you have to find, because sometimes you may enter home. Some of us may have a dominant parent. Why are you not married now? You are 23 now. Your biological clock is ticking. Papa will say you're not earning. So getting some space for yourself is very difficult in this world. College, you will have teachers on you. I'm not saying on you means they are doing their duty. So in this world of influencing, you have to just connect with yourself inside to find the right answer. And that is where I advise people to read books on thinking, because this is a very, very, if you think right, you will get whatever you want and you will be happy wherever you reach. Who said becoming a military officer is success? Becoming a good teacher is success. Becoming a respectable lawyer is success. Becoming a media person is success. We are getting confused with the world. Join military and you will be success. Everybody is success. You have to find your own definition of success. Have I answered or I'm giving extra answer? I've given some answer? Okay? Okay, thank you. Good question. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, you've told the ABCD theory, no, sir. Awareness, balance, courage, and discipline. And this is fueled by thinking.
Correct.
Yes, sir. So now, how do we implement this in our life when it gets tough, sir? So we do it for like 21 days, we follow it roughly and we do it, sir. But how do we keep it consistent, sir? Because sometimes life gets tough and we don't follow the rules, no, sir. So how do we keep it consistent, sir?
Okay, understood. See, that is where the discipline comes in. Ma'am, you have to listen to the answer. You can't ask question and only for photography. You have to listen to answer also.
Yes, sir, yes.
So, as I said, you see, I met a cadet called Manjushri. She had gone for RDC. She became third. Anybody knows Cadet Manjushri? Or Cadet Ashwarya for that matter, who all have got medals at RDC level. I said, what is the secret of a success? He said, because so many days I wanted to run away from the camp and give up and all. I should just tell myself, don't give up. Now, don't give up is a part of D, discipline. That is where you have to push yourself and kick yourself. If you have made a choice after getting your A right and after getting your balance right, then you have got a C right, then you have to have the discipline to follow it. That is where then only you grow as a person. See, if this difficulty comes, now you give up. You are finished. You will not grow. If you overcome, then you will grow. Shivasa knows my chair was broken in third year. I sat on the chair, nut came out. I said, oh my God, what is happening around me? So I went through difficult times in this job. Every job, anybody who's commanded a battalion, commanding SM Sahab, anybody. So difficulties will come. The not giving up is a part of discipline. You work for a month, work for a year, work for 2 years. NCC is not easy. Now you have every student has gone. Now NCC parade is happening, fall-in is happening. Then some ragada also happens, I am told, which is not part of syllabus. But your seniors are giving you ragada so that you can become tough. Now, again after 21 days, now discipline is this. When I was in 8.5, I said I'll leave my shop. I went to Sanic School. Sanic School, when I entered on 4th June 1978, or 4th July maybe, my name was not on the list. And we had bought lots of items and we came there, and I'm talking about 1978. So finally, by end of the night, matter went to principal. So he's saying, yes, I have taken this boy. I told him, come next year. I insisted that I will join this year only. So I joined when I was very young. So many times I wanted to run away when I was dhapped, slapped. But I said, where do I run away? I have left my papa shop to come here. Now only way is out of school. Then I went for SSB. I did not clear first time. Again I am stuck. What should I do? I said, no, I'll attempt once more. This is where I made a mistake. This is what I have to improve. When I went to NDA, I passed only one PT test out of 5. When I went to second term, they said, who is this guy? Why has he come? He's not passed any PT test. So in the night before sleeping, I was doing bench stretch. Morning, I was doing sit-ups. I was bunking classes, sleeping in room, going for sports. That is where I learned the art of balancing. My academics grade reduced. I passed PT test. So that is the concept of awareness and balance. When your life is getting tough, you have to find time from somewhere else and give it here. Where is your life getting tough? So if in this position, give some more time here. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
At least you are shaking head, so it appears that you are understanding.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
good. Thank you. Good question. Anybody else? Yes, sir. Boliye. Okay, now time is.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. So actually my question is how to build self-confidence when everyone around you keeps on insulting and ignoring based on your past experiences. How to build self-confidence when everyone lose trust in you, sir?
Okay, good question. Don't worry. See, this is a challenge a lot of young people face. When some people are making expectations of us and we're not able to deliver in their eyes. But we unnecessarily spend a lot of time thinking about what they are thinking. Sometimes people are not thinking anything about you. We are thinking that our teacher doesn't like us because I have not got good grades. Actually, teacher is only worried little about what should happen. He's not feeling so bad about you. I'm just giving a random example. Or you're thinking your father doesn't like you because you didn't get RDC or you only got TSE. So this is a wrong thinking which we are doing. The only person whom we have to be true to ourselves or to be true to is the man or the woman in the mirror. Are you happy seeing yourself? Have you achieved what you planned to achieve that day? Are you happy in the evening when you sleep? Then it doesn't matter what the world is thinking. If you run after acceptance of your boyfriend, girlfriend, neighbor, papa, mama, you will never be successful. You will only keep pleasing them. If you're unhappy with yourself, suppose you came for a lecture and the talk did not go well, doesn't matter. Some people don't have the confidence to come up. So now you had the confidence, but you couldn't deliver. You lack confidence. Now you have to work next time. Look at people who are speaking. When I was 33 as a DS in staff college, I got nervous when I was standing. Somebody looked at me, I got nervous, I forgot what I had to speak. So then I learned the art of speaking. I looked at some books, I looked at some videos, I looked at people who speak. Then I learned, I have a video on tips on public speaking. Anybody who wishes to access, it is again available on at the rate of DDG Talks. So sometimes we wrongly think that the world is watching us. Actually, everybody is in their own world. And if you want to improve something, you have to put an effort. Okay? Okay, good question. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else from top? Okay, thank you very much. You all have been excellent audience. Well done, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. It's high time to acknowledge the efforts and contributions of all those who have made this occasion a grand success. To express our gratitude, I request Dr. N. Maragadam, Dean, Center for Students' Welfare, to propose a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, honored guests, students and staffs, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I feel very proud and pride, not only for the opportunity given me as a Dean Students' Welfare, in charge of NCC, but also a daughter of 93-year-old ex-serviceman who worked in artillery regiment in Indian Army, who fought and survived Indo-Pakistan war. So, really I am overwhelmed and overjoyed to see so many men and women and girls and boys in uniform gathered here to honor my Vice Chancellor and my friend. And also University, TNAU, we are very much grateful for the Director General NCC who has chosen our institute and chosen our Vice Chancellor for giving the honor by giving a certificate which was personally signed by him and bestowed in a very fitting manner in person by a distinguished Commodore Atul Kumar Rastogi, the Deputy Director, NCC, Directorate of Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry, and also Nama Nicobar, by his gracious presence, which glorifies the entire event. So what an impactful speech you have given, sir, which has enkindled all our minds, which has shown a lot of vistas, opened up a new vistas, through which we can plan our future NCC endeavors. Because when I was talking with him in a Vice Chancellor chamber, before we came to this hall, I could draw parallel with Sharat Chandra Bose, maybe a less known a freedom fighter, and he is our own brother of our Subhash Chandra Bose. So he was a lawyer and then a social activist who lead the freedom lamp very high, unsung hero, one of the tallest son of Indian Renaissance. I draw parallel with him, and one such personality is our DDG. So here comes a 75 years old triple service organization, NCC, through which our DDG is spreading all the patriotic fervor as well as the services in students across the length and breadth of Indian schools and colleges. And hats off to you, sir. And he has always, whenever he speaks, he used to give a constant slogan. He used to say, lead a disciplined life and put the nation first. Sir, when one of the cadets was talking about government services, understand you have happily, not only happily married Mrs. Rastogi, but you have also happily married NCC first, as you always put the nation first. Okay, am I correct, sir? Okay, and so on the behalf of entire TNA and myself, we salute you, sir, today and every day for keeping our nation very safe and sound. Because of you, we are sleeping very peacefully every night. And here comes our University Vice Chancellor, and I am very much thankful and congratulate our Vice Chancellor Madam, who has willingly accepted this honor, and which is not by tradition. It is not a tradition accepted, but as a transformation, so that she is going to embark on a new journey through which she is going to inspire many of us, and especially girls who are going to leave their fingerprint in the sands of their time. She also knows this rank is not a position, it's not an ornament. It is an action, it is a call for an action which is true to herself. For example, I can give a recent incident has happened, how for front runner hears any activities for any endeavor as far as TN is concerned. 2 weeks before, we conducted a blood donation camp, and our Vice Chancellor was the one who donated her blood first as a universal donor and walked very casually. We were very astonished to her generosity of act and how she leads as an example for every one of us. Okay, such a bold personality. And so, ma'am, we congratulate you, the Colonel Commandant, who is giving lot of new dimensions, giving lot of flair and light and colors to our TNAU spectrum. And thank you so much, ma'am, for our gracious presence and making this event is a very colorful one. And then come our registrar, the man of generosity, Dr. Tamil Vendan. So he has he has started this phenomenal occasion with a very auspicious welcome address, and he is the one who kicked off the entire honorary process from TNA side, and he's made this function a grandeur, standout function embedded in our heart. Thank you so much, sir. And I thank personally and on the behalf of my university, our Govec group commander, Colonel BSB Shivarao. And he ones who oversees all the working of the battalions in Coimbatore. And under his leadership, there was a world record was created at Coimbatore, which has contributed for environmental conservation. In that, they have distributed 2 lakh seed balls within a short span of 2 hours. Sir, by your presence in this occasion and your gracing this piping ceremony, you are sending a silent message to all our agriculture scientists sitting in this hall. And hats off to you, sir. And then coming to our Colonel, Joshi, J.M. Joshi, is a commanding officer of 5 TN Girls Battalion NCC. And he is very much for architecting the entire event. He has orchestrated the event along with me and Dr. Manonmani. So Joshi, G is acted as a catalyst and which stimulated all of us to do our best, and he is standing as a pillar of strength for all of us. Not only that, the TNAU has a special bond with him and his family because his father was a director of one of our ICR institute as basically as an agriculture engineer. And thanks a lot for you, sir, for all the efforts you have done for us. And we wholeheartedly acknowledge all the DDG's team, officials, protocol officers, and all the co-officers. They are working in an innumerable number of battalions at Coimbatore, and all the Adams and training officers, and everybody who comes in the hierarchy of NCC ladder from top to bottom for your cooperation and your participation. And I deeply thank my ANOs, Dr. Manonmani and Dr. Santosh Patel, who has done a tireless effort and a meticulous planning that led to the success of today's function. Ma'am, your hard work and your dedication beyond the skin is really commendable and unparalleled. Thanks a lot for you both, personally Mano and Patel. And I equally thank my CSW staffs who have enormously supported me, and also they given a rock solid support at every time we conduct any program, as always happens. And we all work as a unit in our directorate and following the motto of NCC, unity and discipline. And there comes our technical team, which comprises of all our university officers, and very particularly Director of Extension Education, Director of Research, Dean of Horticulture, Dean of Forestry, Dean of Postgraduate Studies, and Dean Engineering, and all the deputy registrars, and the head of the departments, galaxy of scientists, and also staff, students, and all the NSS and NCC students and staff, and your cooperation and has led us to, stimulated us to achieve, to conduct this program to this gala grand level. Thanks a lot for every one of you. And finally, I appreciate and thank the press and electronic media for taking time out and putting a nugget of information and making the TNA news in the corner in every newspaper as and when events happens at TNAU. So may this NSS movement blossom more and touches more lives in future. Jai Hind. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am. The NCC song glorifies the patriotic fervor and reflects the spirit of unity and dedication among the cadets. Now, we request the gathering to rise up for the NCC song, followed by the national anthem.
हम जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता।
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा। तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभाशिष माहे गाहे तव जय गाथा। जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
I request the audience to remain seated till the dignitaries leave. May I now request the NCC officials to gather for a group photo.
Here we come to the end of this auspicious occasion. I request everyone to remain seated till the dignitaries leave the hall.